Hi guys, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. We're going right into it. Here I'm grooming behind the ear. It seems to be a place where a lot of people have trouble. So notice how I pull towards the shoulder and not towards the front of the neck. I clean very well behind the ear because the ear should be where the hair stops. There should not be much hair behind the ear once you finish. So not to cover the neck and therefore giving the dog a nice outline of the neck. So you see that I take a little bit more hair in the base of the ear, and in the ridge where the hair meets, notice that I pull out. Okay, that is to take as much hair as I can before it's too short, and then when it's very short, that ridge is very short where the two hair meet, I use the scissors. Okay, I also use now the Larson knife to be able to make the hair a little tighter and smooth, and it helps a lot. I use the red and blue, the different size teeth. The red is you go for a little tighter and smoother. So now I'm gonna use the scissor here, as you can see, to take the ridge out. So look the difference with no ridge and with the ridge there. So the ridge below, it's a little longer, so I pull a little bit more, and then I'll eventually take that off, the remaining with the thinning shears, not the straight scissors, but the thinning shears. It's now that small, you see, I go with the thinning shears and just take the ridge there, because you don't want that when you finish the dog, because you need a clean, smooth neck. So when there's more hair and longer hair, I use the gripping tool. It's good to grab the tip of the hair and pull from the tip. You see near the elbow, in the shoulder, I grab the gripping tool and I pull the longer hair. You can clearly see the longer hair there, and how I pull from the tip. Look, it's very clear, and try to make it smooth, because the shoulder should be smooth. There shouldn't be not much hair there and making your dog look bulky in the shoulder. Okay, so, and look the direction I pull. Very important. It's not straight down, it's towards the elbow. Now look the direction. It's very important, the direction of the pull. Okay, I brush up, use the comb or the brush, and try to brush up. Now now that the hair is a little bit shorter, I grab the Larson knife to try to make it smooth. Go again with the gripping tool. So I work between the two tools and try to, and that's most to help my fingers, because I lost a lot of strength on my fingers, so it's hard to do it, and I still do quite a bit with my fingers, but those tools have been helping me a lot to groom, to be able to continue to groom. So now I'm gonna do the legs. A lot of people wanted to learn about the legs. So brush them up, then grab the tips and pull down, you know. That's how you go. Grab the tip. You see that ridge growing right by the elbow, you know. Try to make smoother transition. And it's hard for me to try to groom and not be in the way of the camera. It's a little bit unnatural. So mind you, sometimes I'll be in front of the camera a little bit, so we have to deal with that. So now I'm doing the front there, near where the chest meet the leg there. There's a lot of some people leave too much hair there, some people take too much, and there's a balance there that you have to go. But the most important thing is when you look the dog from a profile, notice that I move to the front of the dog to see one angle, then I move to the side of the dog to see how it looks from another angle. Because when you look from the side, there should be no hair protruding towards the front, you know. So now I follow the hair a little bit when I pull there, okay. See the hair. Brush down, there's still a ridge there. I see how the hair grows and I try to pull it as it grows in that part. Put down above that ridge that goes in front of the leg. See, my hand is, my arm goes in front of the camera sometimes, so I'm trying my best because I don't have somebody to film me, and I'm trying this now where I film first and then I do the voiceover. So please, you guys, let me know what you think, because this will free me more when I'm trying to groom. So if you guys are okay with that, maybe it'll be better for me because I can focus on the grooming while I'm doing, and then I'll explain to you after. So now it's important, the bottom of the leg. You see, like sometimes there's too much hair in the bottom, so you have to be careful when you take the hair, so you don't take too much on the top and leave too much on the bottom. So see, I'm trying to find a position that I don't cover the camera. So, but I'm grabbing the tip and pulling down up to the foot, you know. Grabbing the tip, pulling down to the foot, going down on the sides. It's all around, sides, back, front, okay? I could have done this a little bit with the tool as well, as long as I grab the tip of the hair and pull down. That should be okay. Then I put my hand underneath the armpit, and the hair that comes out of the elbow there, I start to pull. And if you're not sure, just pull a little bit, take a look, brush down, see how it looks, do it again. And I'm cleaning right above the elbow, okay, to give him, to make him a little bit more up on leg, okay. He's very proportional, but I like to give him a little bit more leg there. So, and now the foot, as you see, I pull up with my finger around the foot, okay? And then if there's some hair growing from the leg near the foot, then I pull down. Okay. What I try to do is the hair of the leg meets the foot. Okay. See, now it's the leg hair, and this I'll try to make like a column. Now, mind you, I'm trying to be able to get out of the way of the camera, hold the dog with one hand, groom with the other, you know. So it's not 100% sometimes the best way of doing, but you guys will get it's more about positioning. Like I would be positioned sometimes in my body in another way to groom, but here I have to show you. You see, now I'm trying to make a smooth line on the back, taking all the hair that's growing long there. Then you see I brush down, take a look. Once I took most of the hair that I think need to be taken, the bottom and the leg, then around the foot, I'm gonna use the thinning shears to round the foot. You're gonna see it soon. So see, brush there in the inner part of the leg, very important. Okay. You see. Now I'll grab the thinning shear, lift one leg so he keeps the other leg, try to keep the other leg on the table, and then I scissor around. You see, it's almost impossible to do the scissoring without covering the camera, but take a look at very close to the foot. Don't go on the leg hair. It's only the hair that's growing from the foot, and make it round like the column. Okay. Guys, please, this is very important. While you watch this grooming here, I'm gonna ask you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So that will be a way for me to be able to post these videos for you for free, where you'll be able to learn, and I can continue to do this, but I need your help. You need to subscribe to my channel and like the videos, make comments, ask questions in the comment area, so I'll try to answer them as often and as much as possible. So if you guys don't have a YouTube channel and you need to subscribe, if you need to create your own YouTube channel to be able to subscribe, it's free. It's completely free. It's the same way you create a Facebook account. You know, it's free, and then you'll be able to subscribe. Anyone can watch this. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe. But if I don't get enough subscribers and likes, I won't be able to monetize, and I won't be able to post content for free for you guys to learn for free. So take your time, create your own account and subscribe to my channel. I'll try to post videos on a regular basis now, and if it works, it will be great for all of us. Okay, so I'm still doing the leg. Okay, try to make like a column, And mind you, now you'll be seeing the dog here without being done up. And then there's a difference. Again, when you do the dog up for the show, there will be an improvement. There will be a difference, because then you use the products that you have at your disposal to make the dog look as perfect as possible. Okay, but you have to groom the dog correctly. So when you get to do the dog up for the show, the dog will be looking correctly. You see, like the bottom now of the foot, I use the tool to pull up a little bit, so the back of the leg, the hair in the back of the leg shouldn't touch the ground, like should be a little bit above the ground. And then if after I groom, after I do the dog up, there's still a little bit too much hair there, then with the thinning shears I just clean it up. One thing I told you in many videos, people that bought my videos before, because I have a series of video that I sell. People that bought those videos have heard of that. You never finish grooming your dog for a show if you don't do them up, if you don't prepare them for the show. So you have to prepare them from the show at home, like you were at the show. And then once you do that, you do the finishing touches, because when you prepare the dog for the show, it looks slightly different, So then you have to do a little bit more, just slightly pulling, a little bit with the thinning shears here and there, to be able to look as best as possible. So now I'm finishing one leg. I try to even out the front hair there. And the visual, it's very important. So you see, like, that's the point where the chest meet the leg in the inner part. There's a calyx, always a calyx there, and so then you groom the hair, and that part in the direction the hair grows. Okay, so you see when I finish here, there's still a little bit on the top of the leg that's showing up forward, so I'll fix that later. But the important thing here is start to make the dog look like a column. So in the next part of this video, I do a like you see now, a time lapse of the other side, because I'm doing basically the same thing you guys saw on the other side, on the left side of the dog. Now I do on the right side, and I always start with the show side first, and then I go to the non-show side after, and try to match what I did on a show side. Okay. So you see, now I try to fix that little bit on top that is protruding forward. Okay. So in these videos here today, what I'm doing is I'm trying to show you guys how to clean the neck behind the ear. Okay, then I'm doing the front legs, with being a request from many people for a long time, and I'm gonna do the rear as well, which is I post on Facebook. A lot of people liked the way it looked. So this is the dog that you saw, and this is the video. This is the day I groomed the rear, so you'll be able to see how I did. But mind you, there's a difference in grooming. Nobody groomed all the dogs exactly the same, because there's different in conformation, difference in hair quality, you know. So you have to adapt. You have to learn how to adapt and how to change, you know. Like there's the perfect scenario where the hair is great, straight, you know, good texture, easy to groom, enough undercoat, and the dog has good angulation. That's the easy way of doing it, you know. Like, but there be times where the dog is not well angulated, the hair is less than perfect, so then you have to be able to adapt. Now I'm showing the neck, so that's the line where I go very short, you see, going to up there, and the side of the shoulder, you see, those are the parts that go very short. But you have to know how to blend as well, you know. Like it is important to blend the very short part to the part that's a little longer, and not leave a ridge, a big ridge, you know. People should be able to notice slightly that the hair, there's a transition that of course they're gonna notice, but there shouldn't be a big ridge. Now I go with the top of the hair. So see how much I go into the head there, and take the hair that's growing on top there, because I'm trying to extend the neck line so the dog looks like it has a longer neck, and also the hair from the top of the head won't grow behind the ear, you know. The ear will be the line that defines the head. So so that's how I do it, and I showed you before on other videos how to do the triangle on the top of the head, so you guys can see, and you can see here again. So, and I do the top of the head, and also underneath here the chin, you know. You see some people leave a lot of hair underneath here, also diminishing the size of the neck. So grab your finger at the base of the ear, both your thumb and in one finger, and meet them at the chin here, at the chin. Very it's about what, 3 inches, 4 inches from the mouth. You can see there, more or less. See, and then from that point down is short, and the other part is the head hair. See how I pull the middle there straight down. You see, when when it gets close to the side, then I pull towards the shoulder. Okay. That would give a head. That would give a head a good definition. Give the neck a good definition. So it's important, very important there. So I'm showing the V there, and if there's still hair up there, now I grab the Larson, pull a little bit more there to clear out. You see right behind the ear. I don't want any hair sticking there. It should be smooth line of the neck. So see how I take there. Very important to see that. A lot of people leave too much hair in there. Okay, so after this, we're gonna go to the rear, and I'm gonna show you how to do the rear. So I'm going to the other side here. Look, there's still hair growing. Say no, take that hair that's behind the ear tight, go right behind the ear. All right. Use the leash to make a line there where your show leash goes, and then see if it's still there's still some hair growing there. Yeah, there's a little bit too hair. There's a little bit too much hair, so I cut a little bit, and then I go and continue to take with the gripping tool. Sometimes when it's overwhelming and also there's too much hair, there's a cluster of hair. So, and you can take part of that with the thinning shears, means you're not cutting tight to the skin, just taking part to be easier to pull the rest of it. Okay, that's another way of doing it as well. Clean. You see, even in the bottom of the head, whatever is behind the ear, that ear line, I clean it up. Very important, and I've said that maybe too many times, is to practice. You have to practice. You have to go further than normally you go, because that's where you discover where to stop. So if you always stop at the same point because you're afraid to take too much hair, what's gonna happen is you're always gonna get the same result. If you need to improve, you have to dare to go further, to take a little bit more. See, there's a little bit more hair in the front there. I have to clean because when I look from the side, there's hairs pointing out of the neck, so sticking out of the neck, so I have to pull it up. So I'm cleaning the top here and top of the neck, and after this we go to the rear. So I didn't do this dog completely. It was a grooming day, so on my grooming days I do a dog and I leave the dog one groom away from being shown. Okay, so I never completely finish the dog unless they go to the show. I don't completely finish the dog for the show. I just leave a little bit to finish one groom away. Now we're going to the rear. So the rear, you guys saw it here. You saw it on Facebook. So mind you, I've been grooming this dog often, so it's not super big hair there, but there's a lot of things to do there. So I first start to pull on the top. Notice how I pull. You see that little round part where the calyx are in both sides. So that's where I try to clean. So I brush the hair in. Every hair that covers that round part in the middle there, I take it off. You see, look. Try to lift my arm so you guys can see. It's hard. It's not the way I would hold the dog there, but it's trying to explain that it's hard to pull without covering what I'm doing there. But basically it's the hair that's growing over that round part in the middle where there's less hair there. You see the heart there. Some dogs, that thing look like a heart right in the middle. So I pull, and I pull close to the base of the tail. So because there should not be hair in the back of the tail going behind the dog, okay? So see, like I lift the hair there and I pull until the little calyx show up on its side. I'm holding the dog by the base of the tail very firmly, so not to hurt him. You see, like I lift there. I show that the hair is passing the tail. It's growing and past back of the tail, so I'm pulling the hair there to make a nice straight line of the tail there, going to the rear. See, mom, look, brush, always brush and pull. Look, the hair is passing. The hair on one side of the leg is passing the middle of the back end of the dog. So I try to, I pull, but now I'm cleaning around the butthole there and around that round below, the round area with shorter hair below the butthole. See, look, now I'm showing you, look how much hair is growing there. So I'm gonna take a little bit more there. Look the direction I'm pulling on. Look, it's covering the middle. Look, so I have to pull, and it's still not showing the little calyx fully because the hair is covering. So I'm pulling short up there, and as it goes down, I'm leaving a little bit longer. But that hair that I just showed now, it's covering the hocks. So you have to be careful because down there that's gonna show the angle as well. So if you leave too much hair covering the hocks, your dog is gonna show it has no angulation. And I've seen many dogs, well angulated dogs, being shown looking straight in the rear because of the grooming. Okay. So you see the hair, I'm looking the dog from the side and I'm trying to give the angle, you see? Look, visual is very important. Look the way I pull. Oh, look. See, that's what you, without losing the skirt in the back, okay? Because they have to have, that's the Westie thing, the skirt there. That skirt on the side, the skirt in the back, okay? In between the legs. However, you don't have to leave a bunch of hair there to cover all the angulation and make the dog look straight. Still a little too big there. Some people would like to leave a little bit more there to give more butt for a dog that's straight, like doesn't have much butt. So you can do that as well. In his case, he has enough butt, so I'm taking a little short, and he has, like a Westie should have, somewhat short back legs. Shouldn't have those long, big, long back legs. So, so I can clean him up well there. Side of the leg, putting straight down there. It's quite easy doing this now, explaining, and I have a cup of coffee here, talking to you guys. It's great, and seeing myself grooming. And the good thing now, I can see what I'm doing wrong as well, and correct next time. So see, those are the hair from the side of the leg that's growing too long. See, do on the side. brush. You see there's some hair right there. Clean it up. And then remember to look the dog from the side, the rear, even from the top, to see how it looks. Look from all angles. If the hair is growing on the back of the foot too long, like on the hocks, pull a little bit to make it nice round shape there on the hocks. And remember to go in the inner part as well, See, still have some hair there. This is ideal to do. Some dogs won't stay like that, but when they stay, this is great to giving finished touch there. Like you lift the hair and pull that direction. Look, it's great. Helps a lot when the dog stays like that. You see there's a little bit of hair in the middle there. On the back of the tail, I pull a little bit, but most I use the scissors, okay? So I wanna, you guys should know that I use the thinning shears in the back of the tail. So, but I pull a little bit on the sides of the tail, and sometimes I clean up a little bit with the gripping tool. I like to make the dog stand when I'm grooming, but certain parts of the dog, I let the dog sit down because there's no influence on how it will look. Okay, so hey guys, once again, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Just click subscribe below and like it, and leave a comment. Ask a question. I'll try to answer all your questions, okay? So continue to clean it up, okay? See the direction I pull, see how I pull. And now I go with the thinning shears right at the base of the tail and go up to the tail, but only on the back part of the tail, okay? So remember to look the back from the sides, look from the front, the back and the sides, so you can see how it looks, okay? So now what I'm doing is I'm cleaning the foot, around the foot. It's just the base of the foot. Don't use the thinning shears right on the hocks. It's just on the base of the foot. I'm rounding it up. Look at that. Look at the base there. Making it round. Okay? This is just to give a cleaner look, You don't want your dog like with the foot like a cavalier kind of thing, Yeah. So trying to clear this to some hair there that's making a line, looking from the side, so I'm taking it off. The hocks, in the inner part of the hocks, you see, clean. What happens is sometimes people leave too much on the upper part of the hocks, you see, there, and then making the dog look a little bit cowhocked, so you have to take some of the hair and in the inner part as well, not only in the back. Brush up to see how much hair there is there. Then grab the tips and pull down. Now clean the front of the foot. Pulling forward in front of the foot, and then pull down the leg hair. I'm gonna do the same thing in the other foot, with the thinning shears rounding it up around the foot. You can't see much here because of my arm. It's very hard to cut and be not be in front of the camera. But you saw in the other foot, I'm basically doing the same thing, make it round right at the base of the foot. So you brush up so you can see the angle there, and then you clean a little bit in the top, okay? The hair that's going too forward, too far behind the hocks, and clean a little bit in the inner part of the foot, because the hock should be like a small column. You do the front leg like a column, and the hock should be like a small column. See? Starts to get into the shape. That you see, like it looks like a V upside down in the middle of the leg there. That's gonna be smoothed out, okay, later on, to look like a horseshoe. It does feel like a little bit like a horseshoe, but there's too much hair going in each side of the leg there. That makes kind of a V in the middle. So I want to make a nice horseshoe shape there. Just pulling just the hair on the back, beside the tail and in front there, to make it smooth, make the like a straight top line. You can see here, you can notice here how the shoulder looks smoother and tighter than the skirt. Now I'm gonna start to clean a little bit the skirt and make it, I'm not gonna do the skirt in this episode here, but I'm cleaning up a little just to prepare for when I do the skirt. As you can see, the bottom, pull down, then I lift a little bit there, see, and pull. See, there's a line there that's gonna disappear in the future. I'm not doing that now, but I'm just taking, see, near the neck, I'm cleaning up the neck that goes into the withers. The side of the neck, a lot of times the side of the neck is that makes the bump into the withers there. It has a bump, so you have to clean the side of the necks nicely, so to take that bump away. Pull an angle, not straight down, not straight back. I always brush the dog. I always go around. When I'm grooming, I don't stick in one place all the time. Okay, I groom a little bit, then I go to the other place, other side of the dog. I go to the top line. I go to the skirt. I go to the leg, front leg, back leg. So I don't get grooming blind, because when you keep in one place all the time, you can keep going. Then once you see you gone too far, and you don't want that. See. Always the mirror helps a lot as well, so you can see how the other leg looks. Now I'm still pulling a little bit to make the angle look correct. Remember, I've been grooming this dog every week. Sometimes I skip a week because I have other dogs to groom. So maybe the most I have skipped grooming this dog is a couple of weeks, like so. But let's say an average every 10 days. So the dog is being groomed, is not being let grow. Because when you get a dog that's huge, with huge hair, like they haven't been groomed for a while, the grooming is a little different. You can notice here that the grooming is a little pulling here, pulling there, not going too far on pulling any part of the dog. Okay, so I actually pulling a little bit everywhere, because the dog is being grooming consistent. So now, what term people like to use this term, rolling the coat, like keep pulling a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna start to clean the skirt, but I haven't done in this episode. So, but you see how I lift and grab the long hair in the bottom and pull. Okay, so starts to give some shape. Same thing in the other side. But the sides of the skirts, this is the bottom of the skirt, but the sides of the skirt that come from the top line, like from the upper part of the side of the dog, that's where I had to take a little bit more. And that place there at the top of the leg, the rear leg, where the rear leg meets the body. So sometimes you have to clip to take a little shorter there to make a distinctive line, distinctive enough to see that where the leg start, but not too pronounced that you can see a line, like a clear line. Still fixing a little bit near the tail there. I hold the dog, I look against the mirror. Okay. This is a every grooming I do at home. This is how I do it. So this basically is the grooming this week. So please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you for watching, and have a great day, guys. Thank you.